Long ago, before the united council fires of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy burned bright, these lands were cloaked in division. The nations of the Haudenosaunee, the Mohawk, Oneida, Onondaga, Cayuga, and Seneca, were gripped by endless conflict. Communities were torn apart by vengeance, fear, and bloodshed. It seemed as though war would forever define their existence. But from the shores of Lake Ontario emerged a man who carried no sword, no shield. His weapon was a vision of peace so profound it could transform not only his people, but the world. He was known simply as the Great Peacemaker, his name spoken softly, like a prayer in the wind. And his message was as gentle as the waters that ripple against the rocky shores. Unity through understanding, harmony through dialogue. The Great Peacemaker would not walk this path alone. Soon he found a companion, Hiawatha, a man whose own grief and loss had carved wisdom into his soul. Legend tells that Hiawatha, consumed by sorrow, had withdrawn from the world. But the peacemaker reminded him of a truth as old as time itself. No single man can heal the wounds of a people, but together they might just plant seeds of transformation. Side by side, the peacemaker and Hiawatha journeyed, carrying the great law of peace, a vision for how the nations of the Haudenosaunee could set aside their hatred and weave a council where voices were heard equally, decisions made with patience and war dissolved into smoke. This was not an easy mission, nor was it quick. For each nation they visited, they listened first. They showed respect, even to those who opposed their vision. Because peace, even great peace, cannot sprout if its roots do not first find soil and understanding. As the great law of peace became known, and leaders began to accept its teachings, the peacemaker had one final symbol to offer, a tree of peace. Together with Hiawatha and representatives of the 5 nations, the tree was planted, its branches reaching skyward, its roots stretching far and wide beneath the earth. This was no ordinary tree. It represented something new, the union of 5 nations and a resolve built not on domination, but on shared respect and cooperation. From that moment on, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy became an enduring model of democracy, built by dialogue, sustained by mutual trust. Its influence stretched beyond its own people, inspiring ideals in governments far away, including the minds of thinkers like Benjamin Franklin as they crafted the U.S. Constitution centuries later. The story of the Great Peacemaker teaches us that even in times of profound struggle and despair, the seeds of peace can be sown. It reminds us of the strength born from inclusion and the enduring power of dialogue to forge harmony from chaos. And today, the branches of the tree of peace still stand tall, whispering to all who listen. Even the deepest wounds can heal, if only we have the courage to try.